Hello guys, welcome back to Kobe's Kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make the perfect goat stew. So I have my goat. It's about a kg of goat. It's about a kg of goat stew. So I'm going to put in salt to taste, and then a tablespoon of paprika, and then a tablespoon of ginger powder, and then a teaspoon of mixed herbs. So I'm going to mix everything up. My heat is already on medium. I'm going to mix this up and wait for the goat stew to cook with its own juices as the flavors infuse into each other. Unapotelea wapi, rudi kwa sufuria. So I'll wait for the meat to toy its flavors, and then I can zinfuse pamoja vizuri. And kama haitakuwa soft enough, I can add a little bit of water and just bring it to a boil mpaka ikuwe soft to my liking. So yeah, tutafunika tungoje ikuwe juices, and then we'll be back to check the progress. So as you can see, it's already rendering its own juices, so it will cook with this until maji ishe. So yeah, continue with the process until your maji yake ishe. So the flavors are infusing inside vizuri, so you have a very flavorful stew. So my beef, it wasn't recording. So my beef is my goat meat finished its own water yenye ilikuwa imejitoa. So I've just added a little bit to cover it halfway. So I let this boil until all this water is finished, so that it's going to be super soft. It's soft but not soft to my liking. So ukionja usikie iko sawa, you can continue the next process. You can skip this part of boiling, but for me I'll continue with the boiling until this maji that I've put is finished, and then we can head to the next process. So the little water we had put is almost finishing up, and before it dries up, we're going to add in a large piece of onion and capsicum. We let it cook until the water is finished, so that the flavors of the onion can also infuse in our goat stew. So this will just take about a minute, and then Isha will then add in a little bit of oil and allow our meat to brown or two. We are now going to go in with some spices that we left out just for enhancing extra flavor. So this is about a tablespoon of curry powder, and then the final spice is a tablespoon of beef masala. So cheza na spices zenye uko nazo, si lazima utumie hizo zote. You can also skip. Spices are actually optional. Cooking is basically being creative and just doing what you love most about cooking. Yeah? So you can add any of the spices that you like, but that's what I'm going to be using for today. So maji inaelekea kuisha, so we'll let the spices cook for just a minute, and as it cooks, I have kidogo dania stalks, so that's what I'm going to put in for, again, extra flavor. So I let this cook for just a minute, and then I can add around 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. I don't want my meat to dry out. It's already soft, and I can now add in my oil. Just around 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil will be enough. So that's enough. So I'm now going to let the spices cook with the oil for just a minute, and then now we can stew our goat stew, and it becomes a very perfect stew. I'm now going to go in with a tablespoon of tomato paste, and then add a little bit of sugar, like a teaspoon of sugar, to reduce the acidity the tomatoes usually have. So I'll add just half a teaspoon of sugar, and then it's coming along nicely. So I've already I have already blended 3 tomatoes. So 3 tomatoes and 5 cloves of garlic. That's what I'm going to put in. So that is tomato puree, 3 tomatoes and 4 cloves of garlic. So I'm now going to let this cook. Even letting your tomatoes cook reduces the level of acidity in both the tomatoes and the tomato paste. So allow, when you put in your tomatoes, be it blended ama ile ya kawaida, give it time to cook. So I'm going to give it a minute before we head over to the next stage. So my tomatoes are cooked nicely, as you can see, and now going to go in with 2 cubes of your choice. So nimetumia beef cubes. So koroga, and then go in with a dash of soy sauce. Remember, soy sauce has salt in it, so go easy with it. Unaweza imalizia hapo. It's perfectly done. You can hapo na wina. But being a Murima girl, I'm going to add in garufu in it, just to make it more goofier, more stewer anyway. In a stew, I'm going to add in water. Just to, that's enough. So I'll just let this boil. You come up to a boil too, and we'll be done. We are going to garnish it sasa na dania, and we'll practically be done. So I'm just adjust my seasoning kama haijatosha chumvi. It's perfectly fine. So I can just add a little bit of garlic. So let this boil, and when it's boiled, nitagarnish na dania, and we'll be done. So our soup has finally thickened. As you can see, it's super thick, very thick. I'm now going to garnish with dania. and voila, we are done. So try out this recipe, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider hitting the subscribe button. See you on the next one. Bye bye.